Welcome to the Voyage of Naughty Knots. I stopped saying Zen in the Voyage of Naughty Knots because when I say Zen, people think, oh, I don't want any Zen. So let's just talk about the naughty knot. And the naughty knot I want to look at now is the Catholicism of Maga, or the Catholicism of Trump. What? That's a naughty knot. What am I talking about here? Well, let's look at Catholicism, particularly with the priests. Not so much now, but in the past, a priest could be a pedophile, be forgiven by the church, and sent to another location. They forgave the sin as long as you were loyal to the church. As long as you had faith in the church, your sins would be forgiven. And this is the way Trump operates. As long as you're loyal to Trump, you can do anything, and break any law, and you'll be forgiven. Of course, this only works with the big players. I mean, he's not forgiving every individual, but the bigger players, the ones who give him money, pay tithes. Tithing, give the church money, give Trump's money, and you will be forgiven of your sins. You will have immunity. So this is the naughty knot of Trump and MAGA and the church, where you can sin, but your sins will be forgiven. This is the mafia. When you are made man in the mafia, you can break any law you want as long as you give the Godfather a piece. As long as you tithe to the Godfather and are loyal to the Godfather, you see. If you break that loyalty, that's an unforgivable sin. You're going to be whacked. So the same dynamic, the same naughty knot works with Trump, MAGA, Mafia, and the Catholic Church. We all get it. This is an intoxication of freedom from guilt and sin. You can do what you want as long as you're loyal to the Godfather and pay your dues, you see. You're free to do what you want. Everything is unforgivable or forgivable. That's intoxicating. So you see the Goodfellas. That movie, The Goodfellas. The laughter, the joyous laughter of the Goodfellas, was the laughter of being free, of belonging to a special group, of belonging to a chosen people. You're chosen, you're special, you're unique. You can do what you want without impunity. You're free. You have immunity, you see. What a great freedom that feels like, to be free from guilt and sin. Because this is what Buddhism is all about. This is what all the spiritual traditions are about. How do I get free from guilt? How do I get free from the weight of being sinful or fallen or being unworthy? That's the sin. You see, the feeling of being unworthy. The feeling of not being unique. The feeling of not being special, you see. The sin of being a nobody. The sin of being lost in the herd. The sin of anonymity. And so we all want to be seen. We all want to be picked out. We all want to be picked out of the team to be the quarterback. We all want to be picked out of the beauty pageant. We all want to be seen by our beloved. He sees me and picks me out of all the women in the world. He chooses me. I am his special one. You see, this whole idea of being chosen is a liberation from feeling unworthy. It's a liberation from feeling not chosen, not special, not unique. Just a member of the mob, just a member of the herd, just a member of the crowd, you see. So all of this works in the same dynamic that Trump uses and MAGA uses to manipulate his people into feeling chosen by Trump, being special, while their life doesn't change. They still have their economic and their material well-being doesn't change. It's a shift in identity from being unworthy to being worthy, all because you feel chosen. And the only thing you have to do to keep that feeling is be loyal to Trump. So you can't vote against Trump. Because if you vote against Trump, that's disloyalty. And you will be excommunicated, thrown back into exile to wander in anonymity forever, you see. While with Trump, you have this feeling of eternal specialty. You are a member of an eternal tribe, a chosen tribe, a covenant with God, you see. The chosen ones. This is a feeling of timelessness. It's a feeling of being free from the sin of being separate and alone and wandering like Adam and Eve, who got kicked out of paradise and had to spend the world wandering, unable to find the entrance to paradise. It was lost to them. And so people like Trump and the church and all advertising works on this. If you buy our product, you'll feel unique. You'll feel chosen. You'll feel special. People will look at you. Oh, look at the shoes he's wearing. Oh, look at that purse. He's chosen. He's wealthy. He's an adventurer. He's unique. He's special. Our whole economy is based on this. Selling the feeling of being unique, chosen, special, free. Free from the feeling of being unworthy, unchosen, a nobody, a herd, an accountant. And so you have to understand the dynamics of this, and I call it the naughty knot, because when you're caught in the Catholic Church or MAGA, no matter what you can't get out. Because to get free from MAGA, you have to vote against your identity. You have to choose to be not you. So that's a double bind. You can't choose to be who you are. You can't choose to be who you are because your identity with Trump and MAGA is no longer a choice, because it's a double bind. If you choose you can't choose to be out because to be out is not a choice. This is everyday life. I can't choose to be what I'm not. We may try. I may wear expensive clothes. Then it appears to be that I'm rich, but I'm not. I live on Social Security. I'm poor. Anyway, thanks for dropping into this edition of The Voyage of the Naughty Knots.